Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be talking today about something a little bit more controversial, which is should I be eating organic fruits and vegetables? And I think there's really a lot of misinformation about what that even means out there. And if you were to go back 10, 15 years and ask, what does the word organic mean? They would just tell you organic just means it's made up of carbons. So that's really all life forms. So when they started using this term organic to just kind of mean natural, organic, in terms of fruits and vegetables, they started to mean things like, well, they don't use the same sorts of pesticides, or maybe they don't use any at all, which is not very common, or they stop using those same pesticides, but they just stop using them before the harvest. And really, that's such a broad spectrum of what it could actually mean. There may be one company whose organic means, well, instead of stopping pesticides like 1 week before harvesting, they just stop it 2 weeks or 3 weeks before. But it's the same pesticide, and really the difference may not be even something that's observable. When these foods are tested, sometimes they can't really tell the difference. And I think that people get so focused on kind of like the fad of organic, like, oh, it's just easy. I can eat healthier by just paying twice as much money. And I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy. I wish I could tell you, yeah, just go pay twice as much money at the grocery store and you'll be healthy. Good job. All right, video over. Boop. No, it's not that easy. It's really not. So I was just reading an article from Harvard, and they were talking about sugary drinks. And I have not had any sugary drinks for the past 9 months. I've cut all that out of my life, and this sort of research is the reason why. They found that sugary drinks, not only is it, of course, adding to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, which most people know, it actually increases your risk of deaths from other causes they don't even know why. Like, you're more likely just to die early just from drinking sugary drinks. It's ridiculous. And I think that as they find more research on this, it's going to have to do with the effect on our brains. And they already know that it affects our brains very negatively. But the reason I'm bringing this up when I'm talking about organic is because worrying about whether or not you're eating organic and whether or not all the pesticides got washed off your food and all these things, those aren't necessarily things not to be concerned with. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm trying to say is it's kind of like if your house was on fire. That's a huge problem. And if you were worried about, the firefighters axing your door down, that's a small problem in terms of the global picture, the real macroscopic picture of, like, the house is on fire. Don't worry about the door. They're trying to get you out. So that's the way I see it when it comes to should I eat organic versus, well, you drink soda. Like, don't drink a soda or eat fast food, eat anything fried at all, and then start asking, should I be eating organic? I would take a global look at your health, your diet, and say, what are the top things that are affecting my health, and work on those. Those are going to get you the biggest effect. You're really, honestly, if you go out to eat, a couple times a week, if you drink a sugary drink, like maybe have one soda a day, that's a pretty normal thing, but it's terrible for you. And if you're worried about eating organic, that's sort of my analogy. It's like the house is on fire, you're doing something that's really dangerous, and then you're worried about like the little things. So if you want my opinion, it's probably not worth your money to pay twice as much, because that's going to just put another barrier in between you and eating healthy. Because what you're going to do is you're going to default to what's cheap when the going gets tough. You're gonna be a little bit tight that month, you get a flat tire, something happens, tax season, whatever. And then you're gonna say, well, rice and beans, or I'll go out to McDonald's, I can get a burger for $1. and then you're getting sugar. You're getting wheat, carbohydrates, which are just terrible for our health. So I'm not saying you shouldn't eat organic. If you're at the point where you're already eating fresh fruits and vegetables, you're eating lean meats, and then you say, you know what, I want to take it to the next level. I want to eat even healthier. I want to remove toxins from my body. I'm going to have, more natural cleaning in my house, so I'm not exposed to as much chemicals, and I want to look for organic fruits and vegetables to be even more healthy. Like, that's awesome, and I support that. But if you're not at that level and you still have soda on a regular basis, even if it's a couple times a week, that would be the number one thing you can do. You can go look up some of the Harvard research. It's really easy to do. Just type in soda Harvard, and you're going to get a ton of information, and you may not even believe all of it because it's so incredible how damaging it is to our body. So I would say, if there's one thing you can do to change your health, stop drinking sugary drinks. That's the first number one thing you can do. And then from there, it's cutting sugar out of your diet, cutting wheat out of your diet, and way down the list is organic. I'm not saying it's not on the list. I'm saying it's just not on the top of the list. So I hope this gave you some good information. If it did, let me know. Give me a like. Subscribe if you think this is a good type of information. And let me know what you guys think. So, all right, I hope to hear from you soon. See ya.